'67, '68, '69. Yep. Alright. Hello Kaiju fans, welcome back to the Kaiju World Order. My name is MM, and I just got a new figure in over the weekend. What a surprise. And this is the one that everybody seems to be getting. It's all the talk of the town. Monster Arts Anguirus 1972. Why they didn't just do 68 from Destroy All Monsters, who knows, but here we are with the later version of that same suit. So yeah, let's get right on into this. Now we take a look at this thing in the oven on a rotating display base in what is probably the most ghetto-rific toy review setup you will ever see. But here he is, the Monster Arts 1972 Anguirus from Godzilla vs. Gigan, and I gotta say, I absolutely love this figure. This figure represents everything that a Monster Arts figure should be, compared to what we often get now from other figures in this very same line. But unlike, say, those figures, this one is definitely worth it, and let's dig in. Now, as you can see here, Anguirus is a little camera shy, but he is a quintessential perfect representation of a Monster Arts figure. You have tremendous detailing throughout the entire body. The overlapping scales, the tiny little spikes on the legs. Everything here is perfect. The only thing I might be off is maybe the amount of spikes on the back, but honestly, I'm not counting them. I'm totally not counting them. Somebody else can do it. But you have your standard arm rotations, leg rotations, jaw hinged, yada yada. And just like any good old Monster Arts, you can get him in a variety of poses, and as long as you take your time with it, like, you know, he's not going to fall apart in your hands. And just look at them paint apps. Look at those paint apps on those teeth. Why can not every Monster Arts come with teeth that are that nicely done? The eyes, tremendous, looking in the right direction. They're not offset. They're not looking like googly eyes. This is a figure that is worth what you pay for. At over $100 for just this figure, no accessories, this is what we should be getting all the time from Monster Arts. What I really love best about this figure is that, unlike, say, the Revoltech Anguirus, you can get him to be posed on all fours without dragging his legs. This is something the suit was unable to do, so whenever you saw Anguirus on screen, he was always dragging his legs, kind of like that. But now, because we have modern technology in our toys, we can get him to do that and just stand outward. Or something like that. So cool. So cool. So glad to have this figure. It's finally about time that we got a proper Anguirus figure in the Monster Arts line. I'm very excited that it is Showa Anguirus, opposed to the Final Wars one, which is just a bleh design to me. And as you can see as I rotate this, the paint details on these spikes, every single one, there's no slop. It is a good figure. So yes, in closing statements, this is a very, very nice figure. It is, honestly, I would say a perfect Anguirus figure. I think it's a little too big when it comes to scaling, but it's nothing that like takes away from the figure whatsoever. You put this on a shelf with other Monster Arts figures, Showa ones or not, he looks good. I can't recommend this figure enough. This could very easily be a figure of the year for me, and honestly, this figure might actually be the best Monster Arts figure I've gotten in a long time. I'm glad some of my QC concerns with this figure vanished. I was very much worried about the teeth, like I always am with the Monster Arts, the eyes, and after the -1 Godzilla debacle with spines breaking in shipment, I was very worried about all these tiny little spikes also getting snapped off in transit. Thankfully, that doesn't seem to have been an issue whatsoever. I have not seen any complaints or issues with that. Maybe I'm just blind, or maybe I just don't go to the places where people like to bitch for the sake of bitching. And, well, there's nothing more I can really say about this. So with that all said and done, Kaiju fans, peace out. Go out and buy this thing, support this monster, and hopefully the next Monster Arts figures will be just as good as this. And, yeah. Very nice.
Godzilla says you should like and subscribe.